first start by thanking the rector and thank the USP for hosting us all today. It is really, for me, a thrill to have a chance to be here, talk a little bit, get a little bit of feedback, question, answer, maybe show you a couple things you haven't seen before. So I am honored for the opportunity. I happen to notice up here up front some of the Microsoft student ambassadors here at USP. Thank you all very much. If you're ever confused about anything that has to do with us, find one of these fellas at the front. They look like, oh, fellas and ladies here at the front. It's great to have some diversity in the Microsoft student ambassador group. I thought I'd talk to you a little bit about some of the things that are exciting to us from a technology perspective. There's so much coming, so much that's going to be done. And whether your field happens to be computer science, electrical engineering, some other field of science and engineering, or even the humanities, understanding and just having a glimpse of how much information technology is going to positively impact society, business, economy, jobs, is probably a reasonably good thing. Small show of hands. How many of you are majoring or focusing in on the computer science? Electrical engineering? Some other math and science field? Business? Engineering? Law? Something else altogether. Do we have anybody in something else? Okay. Well, it's just great to have the chance. There's a movie. There should be probably a movie made in the year 2010. There was a movie made when I was in high school, actually, with Dustin Hoffman called The Graduate. And in this movie, there's a scene, which if you're my age, is a famous movie scene. Dustin Hoffman just graduated from college, where some of you will be very soon, I'm sure. And he's preparing to get married, and he has to be with the father of the woman he is soon to marry. And the father looks at Dustin Hoffman in the eye very seriously and says, "Son, I have just one word for you. Plastics." What does that mean? So we watch the movie and we find out that the whole future of the world, as seen in 1968, is going to be determined by the new technology, plastics. Well, here we sit in 2010, and for this group, I have just two words for you. Information, technology. That's what the future is as we sit here in the year 2010. And it is, in a sense, a weird and amazing thing. I started Microsoft 30 years ago. The internet was really invented 40 years ago, 50 years ago. It was first implemented in 1971. Actually, when I was coming to college, they just installed the first of one of the nodes outside of the Department of Defense on what became the internet. And yet here we sit all these years later, and when we look out 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, we see incredible innovation. We use the word the cloud. Our industry likes to keep changing words. But the cloud essentially relates to the next generation way in which we connect people and information and devices together. That's about what it refers to. Technically, you could say it's the next generation of innovations that we're going to see in microprocessors and the internet, which have been these two amazing gifts that were invented, that have created, or enabled, I should say, so much innovation. Now you're saying, okay, I get it, the guy's kind of excited, there's a future, blah, 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 blah. But just to bring it really clear, so that you can imagine where I think the world wants to go, we have a little video I want to show you. And this is not one of these things where, hey, look, this video will never come true. This is a video of things I think are going to be possible within the next 5 or 10 years. And hopefully a lot of them will be powered by great engineering, great ideas, that come from students in this audience, USP, and of course from around the world. So why don't we roll the video, please?